Hey YouTube, what's the word, y'all? Well, I'll tell you the word. It's Friday, so that means it's time for another Flashback Friday. And today is a story if I have not told you a story before. If you do not know, I am Paul Neal, a multifaceted creative, and I'm using Flashback Friday as a way of sharing my experiences with you. And hopefully you gain some inspiration. Hopefully you tell me what you would have done in that situation. And hopefully we become like internet friends by sharing stories of some sort. So, let me know if y'all are trying to become friends and tell stories. This is actually episode 3 of Flashback Friday. And on the very first episode, I told you about that one time that I was told to quit being a musician. They straight up told me, I don't think music is for you. If you're interested in that story, you can actually look at it above or click at the description below. In episode 2, I told you about that one time that I happened to perform in Nashville on a music industry stage in front of literally performance rights organizations and a whole bunch of other sponsors. If you're interested in that story, you also know where to find it. You also know where to find it. But in this story, I'm going to tell you about that one time that I was a session player for a multi-award winning short film. So let's get into it. I know I talk about my collegiate experience a lot, but if you really think about like college days, for those who's going to college, you know that college is really like the time of your life. Everything's fresh. You're finally away from home, so now you're getting the chance to make decisions of your own. People are realizing that you're actually investing into whatever your craft is. So if you just went to college to study business, you're taking this business realm serious. If you went to college to study nursing, you're taking nursing serious. Well, I went to college for music, which really shows that I'm taking music serious. Not to say that you need to go to college in order to take music serious, but if I'm willing to invest thousands of dollars just to go to a university to study it, I obviously have some level of seriousness when it comes down to it. And my collegiate experience at Tennessee State is incomparable. Even so, episode 1 was about my collegiate experience. Episode 2 was after college. I was an alumnus when I talked about episode 2. Well, episode 3 is also about a collegiate experience. So the biggest thing that I value about college is not only like the networks and the opportunities that I've made, but my professors. My professors had it going on. My professors have literally done a whole lot of things. They passed me so many internship opportunities. They have a hand inside of the Nashville Network, Country Music Association, Gospel Music Association. Some of them are in the Country Music Hall of Fame. A lot of them are really just like all out here. And it's not all just country music, because a lot of my professors aren't necessarily gathered around a campfire and singing a campfire song. A few of them are actually making moves for themselves. And it's not just the professors, it's often the alumnus as well. And the biggest thing that I valued when it came down to it is the fact that they were also willing to pass those opportunities to the young students who they believe are deserving of. One alumnus in particular told me that luck is when opportunity meets preparedness. So oftentimes they are looking and scouting the young students to figure out who's the lucky one, who's the one that's actually prepared for the opportunities that we're going to present to them. I just so happen to be lucky enough to get called on for this opportunity, and it is playing my instrument for a multi-award winning short film. Did I know it was going to win awards? I didn't even know it was going to be pushed for short film festivals or anything of that nature, but it literally touched stages and touched hearts of people. So let me tell you about the film first, and then I'm going to tell you about the opportunity, how it came down to it. The film that I was a session musician for is called Message Red. It's really a beautiful film. The setting takes place in one location primarily, and that setting is the middle ground between Earth and finality. Now, when I mean middle ground, I really mean like the holding cell. So the concept is, in order for you to make it to finality, you have to remove or leave behind your worldly possessions. And oftentimes, people have that one worldly possession that they are extremely attached to as they are going on to finality. So for some kid, it might be a mask that their father gave them, or for somebody it might be their model airplane, or it might be their doll that they grew up with. Well, for this guy, it was his cell phone. And not necessarily because he loved his cell phone. I know we all love our cell phones. I'm a high school educator. I deal with telling kids to put up their cell phone all the time. But no, it's literally about the contents on this cell phone. And I'm not going to spoil the film too much for you. It's linked in the description if you want to watch it for yourself. But wait, here's the plot twist of all plot twists when it comes down to it. While they are in that finality Earth mix that they gladly call Firth, the cell phone rings. The cell phone rings, y'all. So now everybody in Firth is really thinking, wait a minute. Are you telling me this whole time I can contact my people who are in Earth? And the crazier part about it is time works differently in afterlife. So you really don't know how long you've been gone from the world. So you you really are worried about your people, and your people may be worried about you. But I'm not going to tell you too much about how the plot develops. You can watch the short film for yourself. Again, it is linked down below. But let me tell you how I got this opportunity, the awards it won, and my takeaways from it, right? So the assistant band director of the 2-time Grammy Award-winning illustrious Tennessee State University's aristocrat of bands. His name is Mr. Larry Jenkins. Prof. Larry Jenkins, the people's professor. And he's high-key, low-key, high-key like my role model. So when it comes down to it, when I say a lot of my professors had a lot going on, this is one of those professors that had a lot going on. Not only is he a part of like a brass band, he's always gigging, he's always putting opportunities on. He's in the room of public speaking, being a keynote speaker, always offering words of encouragement and passing people opportunities like myself. He is also an alumnus of Tennessee State University. So not only is he a professor giving back to the university, but he is an alumnus giving back to the university. And his friend that he went to TSU with is actually the director of this short film, Spencer Glover. And Spencer Glover is a talented, renowned film director. That is going to be a household name that if you have not heard of it, I am stamping it right now. You are going to hear that name because it is going to be on your screen very soon. Spencer Glover has a lot of short films out there, but the film that we worked on is called Message Red, as I told you. Message Red won Best Short Film at Capital City Black Film Festival. It was broadcasted globally with Vivica A. Fox and the Fox Soul Screening Room, and earned an official selection at the Gina Davis-led Benton Film Festival. And actually, Prof. J brought this opportunity to us in, I want to say, April of 2018. So we worked on it in April of 2018, and we were at Yamaha Entertainment Studios, and it was about like a 30-minute drive away from the campus. He picked about 10 horn players to help out with just the pre-production aspects of it. They needed placeholder music for the film. That way the actors or the director could have some sort of direction and have an idea of where it's going. But of course, they were going to come back to it and clean it up, the more quality recording. And I was fortunate enough to be one of those musicians who were called to come back later down the line. So literally a year later, I want to say maybe summer of 2019, I just so happened to be in Nashville because I was training for a drum major. So in the clip, you will see me in my drum major fit. I just came from practice, and we were in the studio, and they actually had me recording the outro song for the film. And honestly, this is one of those experiences that I did not expect it to be as quality as it was. And when I tell you, we were in the room and the musicians were playing while looking at the screen of the film playing. So you literally felt the emotion that the musicians were providing to that screen. If you've never thought about it, film would be boring without music, which is why I'm trying to get into sync licensing, which is why I'm going to get into sync licensing. Let me correct myself when I say that. So not only was it a successful opportunity, but now I have greater heights to see. I don't know. What do you think? Leave your comments down below to let me know what you would have done in that situation, or if you had a situation that is similar to that. I'm interested in watching a short film or two and a chance to support you for supporting me and watching this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to subscribe. A lot of y'all watching these videos are not subscribed to me, and I'm trying to get the subscriber count up. Journey to 1,000 is the first step, and I'm about like 50 subscribers away. So help me out, y'all. Help me out, y'all. So yeah, this form of storytelling is also helping me remind myself of the successes that I've had along my musical journey. We have all faced imposter syndrome, and sometimes we just think, why are we even doing this? What am I even doing? How am I going to make it? And you have had a lot more success than what you're giving yourself credit for. So think back to all the things that you had success about and tell me those stories. Let's talk about it. Let's become internet friends. Sometimes we just need to remind ourselves of all the successes that we've had. So thanks for watching.